Blessings. Satnam to all of y'all. This is me, Sak'Chi, respectfully Chinaki, Yeshayahu, Isaiah. Thank you so much for being involved into these videos that goes forth on the platform YouTube. Working with different avenues to explore and share them on different avenues. Want to go for? Give me one moment, right quick, because I always use the soundness of this constant gathering. So I'll just use my tools right quick. It's concrete soundness, but here we go. Do it one time. Okay, that's that. And then I do the soundness of this. Clear soundness, concrete. All right, peace. Peace and blessings. All right, man, I just give thanks for Grand Rising, for a beautiful, great Grand Rising, and being blessed to rise, to be blessed to solar rising, as the word solar rising, but souls arising. So give much great gratitude, the deep of the appreciation of the application of that. So I was just, I rose up. I just do my little monitoring, checking out the IG, seeing what, how things went with the posts, respectfully, and seeing how many souls, many spirits been blessed from what been shared, respectfully guided from my ancestors, because they get all that posting you see on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, just a few platforms to mention, even a little bit LinkedIn there. Them really respectfully come a lot of inner spirited from the ancestors, communication with them, and it does my spirit and my soul. So much big ups to them, and respectfully big up to the highs of our existence of life, the praises of our life. Much big up to the creator, the makers of life, respectfully, and the highest acknowledgement at knowing within self. So give much gratitude, respectful to that too, and include, the makers respectfully into this jurisdictions, this platform, this YouTube, this video recording, and welcome my ancestors too in this video recording, and my celestial ancestors too, respectfully in this video recording, and the properness of direction of healing, restoration, and the restoration in this diaspora that we melanated indigenous black people, tribes are healing within and healing through this 2020 year, respectfully to the existence of 2020 and all the divine timeline events that's supposed to occur, or simply the motion of everything emotionally specifically supposed to occur. So King, I didn't write his name down, but King definitely touched on some bases, man. King on Instagram, I do my best to put his name, include his name respectfully, and the properness into this video recording. Talked about some terms about the Lionsgate. I'm not going to part too dib and dab on the term of the Lionsgate, because some of us respectfully will have that understanding of about the matters of that, and some of us will have different understanding about a different specific jurisdiction, a different specific position, abiding as abiding, just like as you see in the night sky, the constellation, the stars. Abiding in specific positions, and be able to have obtained certain specific positions, certain specific information, sensitive information, detailed specific information that we can share, that we are led properly to share, and divinely guided properly to share within these sensitive times, respectfully in general, which will be an equilibrium of the masculine energy and the feminine energy, just in general. But the messages that will be coming a lot forth will be communicated through the melanated indigenous tribe people, the black people, our community in general, and for specific from those who are in different positions. Some may be communicated from a priest state, some may be communicated from a king state, some may be communicated from a queen state, some may be communicated from a prophet state, a guru state, a shaman state, and some may be communicate from a or a I'm trying to reflect on the states of the communication there, but they'll be just respectfully different states. Now today we're just breaking Satnam breaking bread session with y'all. Healthy premeditated state with y'all. I wanted to communicate about the awareness of dealing, especially us being melanated indigenous black tribe. We have to first understand, for us black people, have to understand we have been in existence for a long lives, lives, we have been existing in many long lives. So this present life is not the first life. We've been existing, so don't get too wrapped up, too caught up about, oh, this is the first life I'm living. Respectfully to your spirit, respectfully to your soul, and to all indigenous melanated black people tribes. This is not our first lives. Respectfully to the spirit and the soul and the depths of our existence overall, our earthly topical host body. This body we have will seem morally honest, respectfully, seem to be a fresher state of what we are living through, respectfully, what we are living through. So our bodies, earthly topical host bodies, subject services of bodies, will be seeming that this is a new life of some sort. But reality is, in different alternative realities, what I touched on the previous last video, Breaking Bread Satnam session, the reality in these different alternative reality is that this life is nothing new. So I don't go forth and promote the term new, to any existence in the senses to say, because in revealing within the senses, this is just simply acknowledging, this is initiating, this is going forward, this is revisiting, in the sense of, say, revisiting in ancient memories of who we respectfully were, in the sense, question the big questions: why I'm here, what am I doing here, what I supposed to be doing, how I supposed to be doing it. These questions, where am I going, where am I at, and maybe some ifs there, what happened if this was if, that's why these respectfully questions are always popping up. But this is the life right now we're presently in. Being present is already a life that's already known to the subconscious, deeply revealed within the subconscious, and that's coming to the forefront of the all-seeing, which is, they talk about the pineal gland, the all-seeing, and then it communicates to the all-knowing, then it abides in the all-present. So we are already respectfully unto every beautiful, great, indigenous, melanated community, black people tribe, is that we are already respectfully in the existence of the communication of that, the applications of that, the setting, the establishment of that. So we're not respectfully getting to that point. We are already in that point within. So it's a beautiful thing when you experience that, and there are certain events that will respectfully, say for example, trigger to initiate the understanding for you to experience within your soul, within your body, within your host form, within your earthly topical host form. There are events that will initiate the comprehension, the comprehension, the clarity for you, so that you will have the understanding of why this has occurred and stuff of that. So I give thanks and gratitude for the soundness and the grounding of that for you and the depths of your spirit and soul, just in general. So when it comes to tunes of our pre-existence, which not to say this was not to say insensitive or imbalanced, when it comes to the tomb of our pre-existence as a melanated indigenous black people, we already are at a ancient state within ourselves. We are already at a high state. Some of us respectfully know that we are already priests. Some of us respectfully know that we are already gurus and all these other terms, but these are respectfully understandable. These are labels, these are words, but these words have existences as life within them, chi within them. So some of us respectfully know that this is what we are, and this is not a season thing what we are. This is a 24/7. This is a daily devotion. This is who we respectfully are, and this is not by judging from a mortal perspective. Respectfully, this is a natural literally spirit and a spiritual understanding. This is literally where we're at. This is what what we're always going to be, because this is our position, respectfully, our jurisdiction, our position, what we operate in. So when it comes in terms of these other existences that are some existences that are against us, natural to speak, some existences are against our. We have been at war with these other pre-existences whom for example, the term the Bible, the ancient text, speaks in terms of the pre-Adamites, pre-existence of the one before the Adam and the Eve, whatever, Chua, in Hebrew I think the name would be Chua, before Chua, before the whole garden situation. But there was another thing, and that which is they called it the Lidif, which they said was Adam's first wife of some sort. But these pre-existences in general were already in motion. In reference, when I mean motion is active. So motion is life. So these pre-existence was already in motion, already pre-existence before, I guess you can say, the final formation of our full existence in general. And what has been the continuous war and throughout dominions, throughout principalities, throughout thrones, throughout different realms, has been this war really to go against specifically a lot of us in natural to speak. It has been really to go against us. Now, due to the preoccupation that we are respectfully the gardeners of this dimension. We are the ones whom, as I said, elaborate with King, disagree with King here. We are the gardeners of this realm. Melanated tribe. So we have been given a high powers, not necessarily painting a fantasy like, the animation. I'm a big anime fan, but not like the paint like a big anime, but it's just as powerful an expression as that. When we come to the knowing of ourselves, who we are, when we apply the proper understanding of knowing ourselves respectfully, we are able to do big things like that, very big things like that, and on a global scale, universal scale, that it doesn't have no capacity of being able to record, because it's just that powerful. So when we are applying this understanding with the concrete, and even in the process of our healing. Now healing for us is just as much, just as it's like an additional of power within us, because now we are definitely getting to the proper state of understanding of our existence. We're getting to the proper state of knowing the power of the melanated, knowing the power of our melanin, our tonality, knowing the power of the chi within us, the life force, the inner lasting life force, respectfully to the existence of our being. And then going forth in the application to make sure that we are applying the properness, the balance, respectfully, the justice of universal balance in general, in that properness, to do exactly what respectfully needs to be done in an act of balance. So when it comes to dealing with the question proposed, what do we do? How do we melanated indigenous tribe deal with these other existences that really, honestly, don't too much really like us? Like King say, there are some existences beyond this realm, that are for us, that are respectfully for us, that will actually aid us, that will give us understanding, that will support, that will make sure that we stay in a proper alignment, not to be in misalignment, that will make sure that we actually, to tell you the truth, actually live in that God state, that we live as gods, respectfully, and that will not actually demean, matter of fact, despise, and that will not actually bring us down and tear us down to, to be at a lower state of that, respectfully. But the ones that are not for that, as like they say, like you have the Democratic and you have the Republic. The ones are not for that in general. They are the ones that's waging war constantly, waging war respectfully against us, melanated indigenous black people tribe. They're waging war against us. That's why we deal with so much of this crazy offset, so much of this crazy imbalance, because they want to exterminate our specific existence. It's really serious. It's not something I can do a recording of this video and speak something lightly to you about, because it's the awareness, and it's very powerful. And respectfully, for us who have children, this is very how crucial it is. For us who have children, they want to stop anything that our children do. They want to hinder anything our children do. Our beautiful, great man seed, whether from a feminine energy, baby girl, or whether from a mass energy, a son. They respectfully want to hinder, specifically, directly, what our seeds are. This has been a continuous penetration, genetically speaking, scientifically speaking. That's why a lot of these, that's why a lot of babies, respectfully, don't really make it a lot through childbirth, through child rearing, especially if you respectfully are not a melanated indigenous, tribe in general. That's why a lot of babies don't make it. And then that's why the body is forced to go into the term C-section, because the body cannot deliver properly this baby. So man has to do a surgery to get that child out of the mother's stomach, literally by force, literally by force. Now, understandable that these type of procedure produces sometimes miracles and produces sometimes signs and wonders. And I'm not pointing fingers at the people who say, oh, you're wrong for doing that operation on incision on the body. I was blessed, fortunate to have my daughter be fully delivered natural birth. I was very, very blessed, and I'm still blessed. And like Master Maxwell say the song, fortunate, very fortunate to have my daughter be delivered through natural birth. And I give thanks for her beautiful mother's body, who in her embodiment, was able, and I give thanks to my ancestors, even respect for her ancestors, was all able to help, help her get through that procedure. That was a real thing, respectfully, to the existence of that experience that she went through. And I continue to lift her body up in deep depth healing, because her body needs to continue to be healed through what she delivered, respectfully. So this is the crucialness. This is what's going to come after 2020-21, and as I said, previous set-9 recording video, that's going to go into 2021, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 11 years from now, 30 years, 50, 100 years from now. They're going to continue to keep coming forth. This other breed line, which is not at all melanated. It's really not too much, to be honest, really melanated. It's another genetic breed line that does have a duplicate of some sort, a duplicate of the previous pre-existence of creation. And as I said before, just a fresh reminder, we was already in pre-existence. So it's not something that that we're not there in that present sense to say. But they have copied and they have made even babies. They have literally formulated literally children. They have their own seed to say to them. They have their breed line, and their breed line has been genetically, literally going through different ways. I mean, natural wombmans to say, have been giving birth to these babies, have been giving birth to these offspring, has been giving birth to these existences, and they're out there. They're out there breathing, living, walking, speaking just like this, knowing, understanding just like this. They're out there. I'm not saying I'm that perspective. I'm not saying I'm that. But I'm giving you the awareness, the proper awareness that lets you know, to inform you that they are present. Just as vice versa, some of us, are present. They knew, respectfully, that our tribes were the highest potential, respectfully, highest potential. They knew that manifesting inside of our breed line, our structure of our DNA, they knew that if they can get inside of our breed line, then they have a high potential rate of a surviving, literally continue to exist. So respectfully, they knew that the black woman, the melanated black woman, was a high prize. They knew that. And they knew that in order to keep their children surviving, they had to breed through her. This is so deep, man, that you'll be mind blown, man. You'll be like, wow, for real? Like, it's severe. And to this very day, respectfully say to the black woman, to this very day, that she still is a target for them. Still a target after so many years, after so many creations, so many past, previous creations, and to the present creation we in right now. she respectfully still is a target in their eyesight. Now, say for example, other tribes that are not indigenous, that are not melanated, respectfully, not saying this as insensitive to the other tribes, but being sensitive to them. Say tell to them, their feminine energy wombmans, they know they can just get them. It's easy to get them to get to the other tribes. It's easy, respectfully, to get to the other tribes because they're easy to penetrate. They're easy to get. They're easy to just get to them respectfully. There's no complication for that for them. But for our respectfully black melanated woman, black women in general, there's a battle right there for them. Because they know, obviously, first, no disrespect, they know, obviously, that the woman, the black woman, is a strong woman. Her makeup form, her made-up form is strength. It's powerful. Natural to speak. It's very powerful. We, even black men, as melanated masculine men, know that in general. We know that. It's just revealed respectfully in us. We witnessed this with our eyes. We've seen the respect conditions that her body been through, what she can survive, and vice versa, flip the coin. We've seen what the black masculine can do. We've seen how powerful we are, what we can survive, what we have been through. And it's just that natural, it's just respectfully that natural sense. These things, these other instances doesn't, are not, they're part of a structural system, and they're out there. And I just was happy to inform you so you don't be caught off guard and be like, oh, well, I can just go out these doors, or door, whatever you at, and just kind of go through that day, that life, and just not know, because that'd be unhealthy. That'd be respectfully imbalanced. So the soundness and the concreteness, as I used the tools earlier, to inform to us melanated indigenous tribe black men, is that it's understandable that we have to protect the black woman. And if we have children, as I said earlier, sensitive to speak, if we have children, we have to protect our children. I'm not promoting a term, the word racism war, racist war. I'm just informing you that this is serious, the severity of our existence. This is the severity. Now, this is not to promote fear. I'm not prompting fear here, because fear is false evidence appeal real. False evidence appeal real. So this is just to be in the spirit and encouraged to know the value. There's no price I'm putting on this, but the powerful value in general of our existence, and how powerful we are in not just this present realm, but how powerful we are in others, and what we can properly do within this present realm that can penetrate to other realms, what we can properly do, and even into the healing inner within healing state. And the healing state is not just healing our bloodline tree, that's a part of the percentage of it, but the healing state is also respectfully the healing of knowing ourselves, coming to the depth and applying the proper practicalities, and general, knowing ourselves, blessing ourselves, loving ourselves, caring for ourselves. This is all beautiful appreciation. Earth was this dimension, as King said, fully agree. Earth was this dimension that we was to the planet Earth, the man we labeled it. But this realm was the dimension that we was put here to govern it. We was put here to govern it. Us melanated indigenous tribes, black people, we were put here to govern it. We were put here to be the gods in a sense, and in all senses revealed. Be here to be the gods, but do the proper things that we had to respectfully do to tend to this dimension, this realm, the principalities, the matters that goes on within this realm, the jurisdiction, not to limit us, but respectfully to respect boundaries, the divine universal laws of the boundaries that we are in this realm to do. Now, other different tribes that I respectfully, as I said, because I do want to continue to give clarity, speak clarity to other different tribes, because they may not know what they do. Some of them may do already, but respectfully, some may not, and some may do that do know what to do. They may still want to go ahead and break boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So every tribe is not going to agree to probably respect the divine universal laws, because some tribes will come to understand why they exist and the respectfulness to that. And then they may not like the answer of why they exist, so they may feel the need respectfully in their tribe to say, hey, we're going to sabotage, we're going to do some things to just cause a disruption or cause a chaos or cause a havoc or cause a confusion amongst these other tribes, because we don't like the fact that we are maybe not one of the tribes that's going to continue to exist, and this is probably our last straw here. So respectfully to them tribes, if you are in that motion, respectfully, if you're in that mindset, respectfully, I encourage you to not do such thing as that, to give you an understanding, not do such things as that, because naturally, as you may know of, there is a consequence to that cause and effect. So respectfully, please don't do that. If you do, by all means cannot, that would be nice. But if you do, then that's your choice. And then do know and do understand and do understand and give you a heads up. If your tribe respectfully, I may not attend, you may not exist, it may not exist in this realm, but respectfully, just do your best not to do that, and accept some sort of the portion of lot that, you know, this is the life, this moment is the moment that you can cherish, and you can still some sort of come to a peace within yourselves, and then a peace within your tribes, and hopefully you won't cause no headache or no whatever habit towards another tribe. You can be diplomatic and a respectfulness to that, if you can, respectfully. If you cannot, then by all means, respectfully, then there'll be the other opposite of that, which would be havoc, and I hope you don't want that, respectfully. So until, and then just in the respect and to any other tribe who just heard that, please take that to yourselves too. You know, don't let this, not just for one, but this is for all the other tribes, respectfully. Again, as I said, are not indigenous, are not melanated, you know what I'm saying, or not necessarily black communities. This is, if you're not that, respectfully, then just take note of what was just said and apply it to the best ability within yourselves, and continue to support the melanated tribe, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, the melanated indigenous black community tribes, where we all are. You know, some, again, respect, some of us is in our native lands, and some of us are not. Fortunate for those who are in the native lands, their native lands, ancestry native lands. Peace and blessings to y'all, and may great reigning, R-E-I-N-G, continue to be established for y'all to be prosperous, and y'all to be successful in the lands, and the land itself be successful and be respected, and be cherished and valued as y'all continue to prosper, live a great, healthy life in the native lands in general. But for those of us who are not, that we are going to respectfully get to experience our native land. I don't know when. I know we are part already right now to go to them. But some of the native lands are occupied, to be honest. Some of the native lands are occupied with other tenants that are not, you know what I'm saying, that are not actually indigenous. They just been there for so long, and so they have to go through a exiting process to get out of the land. Some of them are not going to want to leave by free will, to be honest. Some of them are not going to want to leave. Some of them are going to stay up. They want to stay up because they're so used to it, and they have profit off the land. But if they don't respectfully resign or respectfully leave the land, then there's another way for them to get out, another way for them to leave, which is simply force them out of the land. So if that is happening in this moment, matter of fact, this present video being recorded, that's happening in the land, and you are not indigenous, and you're not indigenous, not a melanated being, a tribe, and you're in a land that's not respectfully your land, like it's not your ancestry land, and you're still being there, knowing you've been informed to get up, get your stuff, pack out, and then just go to the native land of your ancestors. If you're